poetry?
Yeah, so I started writing poetry,
Yeah.
and eventually I just started singing the poetry that I wrote, and then I continued that. Obviously, loved it. It was a great way to spend time. It was a great way to express emotion. It was a great way to get through lockdown, but also articulate some of the things that you aren't able to articulate. When you're not ready to be so honest with yourself. But there's something about turning something into a piece of art that makes it easy to be honest with yourself and express how you're really feeling, because you make it pretty. For like a better word. Yeah.
So what particular artists did you listen to growing up? You know, some people was Tupac, Biggie, Lauryn Hill, those type of artists. What artists particularly did you kind of get inspiration from?
For me, it was loads. Like, I grew up, my sisters always used to have MTV on in the house, and also BET, so like 106 in Park. I used to watch a lot of 106 in Park, MTV, music. So, you know, like the music video countdowns and stuff, like them hosted TV, and that goes on for hours. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they play that's just music all day. And my sisters, because one of my older sister does music as well. She sings, her name's Manuela. So she loves music. She used to always be singing covers in the house and things like that. Like, so to be honest, it was honestly like the main thing we used to watch was 106 in Park on BET, Terrence and Rocky would be presented here's the top 30 tunes of and we just like sit there and watch the entire top 30 talking to each other like, oh, this is dead. Like, it doesn't deserve a position, or this is sick, and then you fall in love with it. So loads of different artists, loads of different kinds of music, but just like a melting pot.
So what kind of music do you do, type of thing? Would you say? Where would you put your music in? Would you put it R&B, Afro beats? Like, where would you kind of put your music? Or is it a broad, wider range, would you say?
Yeah, I'd say, in all honesty, the way that I view genre, might sound pretentious, but just being honest, I view it as more like, what emotion, what vehicle do you need to move or to translate your emotions? Maybe vehicle isn't the right word, but I think of genre in more of an emotional sense, because I listen to a lot of different kinds of music. I listen to R&B, I listen to hip hop, I listen to pop, I listen to rap, I listen to rock and roll, I listen to just like anything. Do you know what I mean? Anything somebody recommends me, I'll listen to it. So what I learned from doing all of that is that there are some emotions that are expressed better in different genres, like anger, excitement can be expressed really well in like rock. Like an I don't care kind of attitude, indifference, apathy can really be translated well in punk rock, but sadness and melancholy goes well with ballads or R&B or whatever. So I wouldn't really say I make a particular genre of music. It's more about whatever emotion you're putting out, and you utilize different genres to like get that across.
Okay. So what do you currently think of UK music right now, where it is? Because a lot of people some people are saying it's prospered, some people are saying it still needs more work on, because certain artists are not heard and not pushed to the forefront that they feel they should be. So would you say UK music's prospering, or do you think it's still got a lot of work to improve on, would you say?
I think I mean, you need to like, that's a trap. That's a trap of a question. I think UK music just like any other kind of music. Everybody can always. There's nothing. Let me think of a good way to word this. There is nothing to lose by pushing the envelope and experimenting. That's all I'll say. Like, there's nothing wrong with a bit of experimentation. There's nothing wrong with a bit of thinking outside the box. There's nothing wrong with. So I will say, simply for the reason that experimentation is almost never a bad thing, because you can discover great things through just trying to break boundaries a little bit more. I'd say the UK music scene could obviously benefit from pushing the envelope a little bit more, like let more people in that aren't necessarily doing what everybody's used to. Let people who aren't just making, let's say for example right now people are really loving drill, and people seem to be making drill remixes out of just about everything. Why not listen to why not? Do you know what I mean? When it's like, I like what when Slow Tie came in and he did his whole punk rock thing. Do you know what I mean? That was cool. Like, do you know what I mean? It shook it up a little bit. Like, let's have something different. Let's have some passion. Let's have some guy that's coming in with a punk rock vibe now. And I feel like somebody needs to come up again who's kind of just going to go against the grain in that way.
You're right. So what do you think of image in music? Because a lot of people say image because of social media now. A lot of people are kind of nervous to put themselves out there because they're scared to be judged and stuff like that. So do you think image plays a big part in music today, or do you think it works hand in hand? What would you say?
I think image plays a huge part in everything, not even just music. Like, you go to a job interview, they need you to be looking a certain way. You're not getting a job. Like, everything comes down to an extent how you look. And I used to think that was shallow, but it's just kind of human nature. Like it is shallow to an extent, but also there's a lot of things you communicate with the way that you look, especially like if you're somebody who's into, let's say, fashion or whatever. Like when you wake up in the morning, you put your outfit together, part of you is thinking, how do I want to be perceived today? And that's not even necessarily a shallow thing. It's just like maybe you have something you want to express, and you want people to be able to see that expression in you through the clothes that you're wearing and the way that you're presenting yourself. Like today, I was feeling good, I was feeling happy. I want people to be able to see that. You know what I mean? So I'm wearing something bright and kind of colourful because that's just how I'm feeling on the inside. And I want that to be seen on the outside. So I think image is important in music, for the sole purpose that music is about communication, and image is just another layer of communication.
And Davinaa, what is your goals as an artist that you want to achieve from now to the end of the year? What do you want to achieve as an artist?
Well, I mean, right now, I need to get to the end and run the track. And like do well in that, and obviously I'll work on my own personal original stuff and build toward that. But I like to overall plans, in my opinion, long-term plans, I don't see that much. Things can change. Things change. But I can sit here and say by the end of the year I want to see X, Y, Z. But I might not even want that in 2 months' time because something else might happen and it'll be different. So right now I'm thinking February 22nd when that album launch, when that performance comes, and then from that day forward you can ask me again what the rest of the year. But right now I'm looking at February.
Okay, so Davinaa, where can they find you on the social media to keep tabs with your music and stuff?
Find me on social media at d.answer_. That might change, but right now that's what it is.
That's what it
on
is.
Instagram, and I literally don't use any other social media, so that's it.
Okay, make sure you tune into this girl because she's gonna make waves this year. Davinaa, lovely interviewing you, and we out. Boom.